All right, guys. So Heidy's business. Heidy, tell us a little bit about what is Heidy's business and what do you guys do?
Heidy's business is a self-made business, which I created, where I sell crochet and knitted items, and I am trying to include more art pieces, more art creativity, whether it be embroidery or portraits, all types of arts.
Nice. That's really,
Yes.
really cool. And do you guys have a mission statement?
A mission statement. Yes, like mission statement. Like in other words.
So, for example,
like-
right, like Coca-Cola might be like, drink, enjoy. McDonald's, I'm loving it. Burger King, have it your way. We are not sponsored by any of these.
Okay, well, I had a mission statement, and I'm trying to, create one right now.
Okay.
Because I made this when I was little. It is so cringy. I'm just gonna be honest, it's so cringy. It was like Heidy the ladies business.
Oh, I love it.
Got you, something like that.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh no, not the rhyming.
No, well, I'm a poet, so I love it that it rhymes. So.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but soon I'll have another. What is it you said? Mission statement?
A mission statement, yeah. And by the way, guys, if you guys have any ideas and want to
Yeah.
throw them out there for Heidy, why don't you let us know in the comments?
Yes, I would
Yeah.
appreciate it.
So tell us a little bit about how do you start like crocheting? How do you get into the knitting business? Like what got you into knitting before you even started a business?
So it all started in middle school. I was in 6th grade, so I was 11 years old. Also, I have some pieces up here so you guys can see.
Oh yeah, and we'll jump into that right in a bit. Yep.
Yes. So in middle school, I was only 11 years old, and I remember being in the knitting club because I was very shy in middle school. I did not like to talk, and the other clubs that they had at school was very like outgoing, expressive. So I was like, I'm gonna just go here. And it was horrible. It was really horrible because the teachers, the instructors that were there, they were so impatient. They were like, we're gonna leave you here and you can try to learn on your own. One day the teacher was like, oh, you can take your yarn and needles home, and I was so excited. I was like, finally.
Ooh.
And that same day I took the needles and yarn home. I learned how to knit.
Wow.
Yeah. I was like, yes, I did it. And then
Okay.
and then just started from there. And then I was feeling creative. I was like, wow, this is so cool. Like I made my first square, and I was like, you know what? I can make a hat from this. And the first thing I ever made was a hat. And then it just developed from there. And then I would just began creating different stuff, watching YouTube. YouTube was my main platform of different ideas and tutorials on how to knit. And then later on, because I still wasn't introduced to crochet yet, so I was knitting different stuff like hats, scarves, all of that. And then I was introduced to crochet maybe like actually just 2-3 years ago.
Oh wow.
Yeah. And I feel like that came from me being like, well, I'm tired of knitting, so let's try something different. And then I was like, wait, crochet is actually like way more fun for me now because it's like way more flexible. Yeah. And so, yeah, that's how it started. And
So you have a black belt in crocheting and knitting.
a black belt.
Sensei Heidy.
10 years ago. That was 10 years ago.
Wow. Oh my.
So-
And how long ago did you start Heidy's business?
Okay, so Heidy's business, okay, so like I said, I started when I was little, and I began to sell my stuff like when I was 13.
Wow.
13
Oh my
years old.
goodness.
Yeah, I was like, let's see who wants to buy my stuff. And I was little, and the things that I made were kind of like not well done. But yeah, I sold it to like my dad's friends and family, and they were very supportive. They were like, Heidy, like keep going, you got this. And so I was like, yeah. And then well, going into high school, I think it was my freshman year. So now I'm 14. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take this more seriously because people are looking at this and are like, Heidy, like you can sell this stuff. You have to put in more work and effort, and you'll be able to sell this to anybody. And so started off in freshman year of high school. When I was 14, that's when I developed Heidy's business. Truly, like I started.
So 7 years ago.
Wow,
Oh my
7
goodness.
years ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's been a while. Yeah.
Even you were surprised. Wow.
Yeah, no, because I feel old because I just turned
You
21.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're not even old, dude. You just turned 21. What are you
Yeah,
talking
you're right.
about?
You're right. I'm still young.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And well, dude, and
7 years
so I know
ago.
you have some of your popular items here, right?
Yes.
Why don't you show us a little bit about that and tell us a little bit about it?
Okay, so like I said, I'm actually gonna start off with my knitting first. So this is the knitted sweater that I began with, and it's like a raspberry stitch, and so it's a baby sweater. This is not this exact item is the most popular, but baby clothes are popular now because everyone's having babies. So they want to buy baby clothes. So I'm like,
COVID babies.
COVID babies. And so, yeah, that's one of my knitted items. And now this is crochet. This little teddy bear is one of the most popular items.
Cause it looks like me.
Yeah. It looks like you.
I guess it is popular.
Yes. And a lot of people, when I post like behind the scenes of making the teddy bear, this one, or just like the packaging videos for this item, they love it. I get a lot of likes with this teddy bear. So I'm like, okay, well, now this is popular. And now to all the anime lovers, the people who love anime. These are just two of my most popular items for anime, I guess you could say. So if you don't, sorry, I'm like stuttering because I'm like too excited. So for those who watch One Piece, this is Luffy. And I know that all the anime lovers love Luffy, so here he is. And then the most popular anime character that I think, everyone knows about is Pikachu. So here's Pikachu.
Nice.
Yeah. And then, another item, I feel like the kids love this. I already have a package here, is the Minion. Everyone loves this one. Yeah, because I posted
it's like a cousin that I have in Mexico.
Yeah, so those are just a few items that I have that, a lot of people love.
And with the bear, what colors do you make it in?
The bear, I can make it any color. I do custom orders, and that's one thing that I want people to know is that I don't have, my shop is not just based on what I make and you buy it, whatever. No, it's like, if you guys have any ideas of what stuff that you guys would want to buy, you can let me know and I can make anything custom.
And for those for the people that are now watching, but they're listening on the podcast, how big is the teddy bear?
Oh, the teddy bear? The one that I currently have right now is very tiny. It's like the size of my hand. It's the size of my hand, but I can make it whatever size, like I said, custom made to what people want.
And you also do like different kind of fibers, right? Like it's not just like a regular schmo yarn that you find at like Dollar Tree. It's also like you use different kind of like super fluffy ones and more thinner ones.
Yeah, I use different ones. I use a lot of different types of yarns. Most of them is acrylic yarn. Some of them is wool. Some of them is fluffy. I use very chunky yarn too. I'm exploring with different fibers. Yeah.
And with the autumn season coming up and fall and everything like
I'm
that,
excited.
I know the oranges and the maroons and all the colors, the golds and the yellows come out. What are typically like, or what are some things that you have in mind for this upcoming season?
I love the fall season. I mean, that's my favorite season and I'm so excited. So for the colors, I'm just thinking about like fall theme colors, and especially since it's like that temperature or weather where it's not too cold or not too warm, it's like right in between. Like I use the more wool yarn, and I use the softer yarn because in that fall season you want to be bundled up, you want to be comfortable and warm and cozy. So I use that type of yarn. And there's this other type of yarn, I'm not sure because some people name it different, but it's like the velvet yarn. Okay. Velvet, I think. Yeah, it's like so soft. It's very soft, and I tend to use those type of materials for the fall season.
You know those, what are those pillows called? Squishamallows, Squashamallows? One of those?
Squishmallows, something like that.
Squishmallow, okay.
I know what you're talking about.
I love how soft that is. And I remember feeling some of your products, it feels that soft. Sometimes even softer. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is like really high quality stuff. And by the way, when I launched my book last year, guys, for the book launch party, the gala that we had, Heidy was gracious enough to give me one of the roses that she made. And one of the things that I really liked about it, Heidy, was not only does it keep its form, which I still have, not only does it keep its form, but there's not like wires poking out everywhere and like some of them are sharp and like cutting you up. It's really professionally made. She uses really high quality fibers for all the things that she makes. She puts a lot of passion, a lot of heart into it, as you guys can see. And I love the vision behind it, which I believe it's really bringing a lot of warmth and closeness to people's lives. And being able to just share a lot of her creativity. We've also been able to collaborate a lot together, and we've been able to go to a lot of like arts and craft fairs and stuff like that. And I know that she's going to be in more. And so what are some of the things that you struggle with sometimes when working with clients? For example, considering, right, like the depression piece, does that ever take a toll on you when you are creating or when you are running your business? I
would say a little bit, not really, because I don't want, like I've learned the beginning, yes, it did affect me a lot because I was like, I lost that motivation where I took a small break from my business. I was like, I don't want to do this because I don't have the energy. I was really burned out and tired. But then I began to really actually dedicate and persevere through, and I was like, no, this business is gonna grow and I have to do it. And that's when I began making reels, and that takes a lot of effort and energy. That requires a lot. And so through the depression I was like, you know what, the main thing that I have to do is have an audience, because I need to be happy. And I don't want to say that. Well, I don't want to misword anything, but I want to be happy, and I want people to see my products. I want to present them, and I need to be in the best, form that I can be, so that people can see my products.
Yeah, you need to be at your best, right? What is the weirdest order you've ever had somebody ask for?
Oh no, I thought about this. The weirdest order. Okay. No, this is the weirdest product that I've made.
You know, it'd be really weird if a guy calls you and is like, hey, I like this girl. I'm going to send you a picture. Can you make her face for me? And I'm going to give it to her.
That would be, that would be weird. Yes.
But yeah, what's the weirdest order you've ever had ordered?
That is weird. So, nobody ordered it, but I made it myself.
Okay.
You know the packaging spaghetti? It's like foam. It's like styrofoam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that. So I knitted like a stress ball, you would say, or a heating pad, and I put the packaging spaghetti inside of it, which by the way catches on fire. But
you found out the hard way.
Yes, and so somebody bought it from me.
Oh, wow.
Yep, and this was one of the few things that I made when I was little. So I was, like I said, 12, 13, I don't know. And so I was not aware of it. And the guy was like, oh, can I use this as a heating pad? And I was like, yeah, I think so. And I don't remember or recall, but I think it did catch on. No, it didn't. I almost caught on fire, but it didn't.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's just one of the weirdest things I've ever made. I don't know why I would put spaghetti styrofoam packaging inside of a thing, but yeah.
And what's the biggest thing you ever made?
The biggest thing I've made, in terms of size?
Yep.
What was the biggest thing I've made? A blanket.
Ooh. Oh, that must have been so soft.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think, it was soft. Yeah, because I used different T-shirts. It was actually an art project in high school, and it was 2 times my height, I think. Yeah, but the way I was able to do it.
Well, I mean, you are 6'4", so
that is a lie, guys. Big. I'm 4'11". I'm
4'11", guys. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, no, it was twice my height, and I made it with my arms. Because there's knitting with needles, and then with your arms. I don't know how do you say it. Arm knitting.
Okay.
So yeah, that was the biggest thing I made, was a blanket with my arms.
What's your favorite part about having your own business?
My favorite part is just seeing people's creativity, not only mine but other people's. Because like I said, I take custom orders, and to see how people are they're so excited because they're like, can you make this in this specific way? I'm like, yeah. And it's a challenge for me, and that's another thing. I like to be challenged. I like to push myself, because that is how I got here in the first place, is by pushing myself, because I started off with knitting only. And then I was like, well, I don't know how to crochet. Crochet seems very hard. But I took this step forward, and I was like, let me try it. And then from there, I've developed this skill to actually know how to make stuff and create different things. And from there, now I've developed into creating my own stuff without having tutorials or patterns or anything like that. Wow. And it's that's my favorite thing, is just learning more. And it's a learning experience, because I'm still learning. That's the fun part about my business.
And you're also in the process of teaching, right? You just picked up somebody that you're mentoring and teaching them how to crochet and so forth?
Yes, yeah. I currently have a student right now, and she's very happy to have me as her teacher. She's she's like, hey, you're helping me a lot, and I love it. Yeah, she's there.
Yeah, she's incredible, dude, and I think you're an amazing teacher. And every time I hear from her, she always has really, really good positive things to say. We won't mention her name for confidentiality's sake, but dude, she's so really, really grateful to be with you. Yes. And how can people reach you? What's the best way for people to reach you if they're really interested in maybe getting an order or anything like that?
Yes, so there are different ways you can communicate with me. This is my business card, which has all my social medias. So you can contact me on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram, through each of their communication apps, whether it be Instagram on DM, Facebook on Messenger, TikTok through the messages. And WhatsApp, I can say my phone number, right, for the WhatsApp?
It's up to you, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So on WhatsApp, the phone number is 617-407-2466. And on Snapchat, you can just send me a snap. It's easy as that.
Yeah, and we'll have all the information down below as well. And by the way, it's not just for guys to order for their girlfriends, because I know that's typically like the stereotype, like, oh, I'm gonna get my girlfriends. Like, girls, if you girls are out there, let me tell you, if I had a girlfriend, let me tell you right now, like, dude, I would want something too. And it doesn't hurt to have something like soft. And I'm sure that there's guys that like different things. I know for me, like, I really love Star Wars themed or like Pokemon oriented kind of thing. So I'm like a sucker for stuff like that. But I'm also a romantic at heart, as you know, Heidy. And so girls, if you're out there and you're interested in getting something for your partner or anything like that, and guys as well, make sure you guys reach out to Heidy. And again, it's Heidy's Business. We'll have all the social media down below.